Well, it doesn't get much simpler than this. Today we're doing roast beef. This is eye of round. This is a small one. I had two in the pack and I cooked a bigger one and served it for dinner a couple weeks ago. I froze this one and thawed it out. And this is about a 2-pound one, which I'm just going to be making, cooking this one sous vide to really make sandwiches. We have here a tablespoon of kosher salt, a tablespoon of Montreal steak seasoning. I like that rub. Or you can just use a tablespoon of pepper, 1 to 1. And a little bit of olive oil, just using that to basically help that stick on. So it doesn't get much simpler. So I'm gonna rub a little of this on, maybe a couple teaspoonfuls. Both sides. Wipe the hand a little bit. And then very liberally, both sides. And then stuff that doesn't stick to it, rub it in there and get it to stick in there. Get the ends too. I'm going to use most of this rub. Big piece of, even though it's a smaller big piece of meat, it's a big piece of meat. You get the flavor in there. So now, the next step is we're just going to vacuum seal this in the bag. Okay, we've got the sous vide going. I let it warm up ahead of time. It's up to 130. So you can go anywhere from 130 to 136, but I like it a little more on the rare side. So we have it vacuum sealed. You don't have to vacuum seal it. You can put it in a regular, let me get a clip here. A regular bag as well, but it'll be good. We'll go to 24 hours minimum, and we'll go a little over that as well. You actually need a minimum, I think, of about 18 hours, but I'm going 24. They say you get a little better texture with roast beef, especially with this cut, the eye around, if you go about 24 hours. So we will show this to you after 24 hours. Well, our roast beef has been in the sous vide for 24 hours. I just took it out a couple of minutes ago. So it's not pretty yet. It's cooked, but not going to be pretty. Since it's not brown, we're going to finish it in the oven, which I have the oven preheating at 325. I'm going ahead and doing a convection since my oven goes away, but you can do this as well on regular bake. I got it convection 350. You can do a regular bake because you're just browning it. You're not cooking it here. I just think it might brown a little quicker on convection than it might. Otherwise, it might get a little browner, but quicker. But now what I'm doing is I'm just patting it dry real good, getting off the extra moisture so we'll get a better brown when we go in the oven. There's no reason to save this juice if you want to make a gravy. It'll have a lot of flavor in it. We have to thicken that up in a pan. So I'm just going to kind of save that here. And now we're getting ready to go to the oven. Okay, I'm getting ready to put this in the oven. As I said, I have it preheated 350. And this is going to be a quick process. Light on. We're going to flip it over halfway through the process. We're just browning it up. It's all thoroughly cooked. Out of the oven. We did about 7 minutes on each side. It's fairly good and brown now. If we wanted more color for this, we could maybe turn on the broiler for a couple of minutes and watch it real closely. But I think this is brown enough for what I need. Like I said, we're going to be slicing this in a sandwich. It's no longer gray on the outside. It's a nice brown. Could be a little darker in color, but it's not gray anymore, at least it's brown on the outside. So we'll be slicing this. We gotta let it rest for a little bit since we put it in the oven still. So I'm gonna let it rest here for a little while, and then we'll show you a final picture of the inside of it when it's sliced.